We are the Knights, mighty, mighty Knights. Everywhere we go, people want to know who we are. So we tell them we are the Knights.
Friday nights, nothing else was planned. You went to high school basketball. If you wanted to have a dance, you had it on Saturday night. Friday night was high school basketball.
The Elizabethtown Catholic Knights legacy will always be talked of. When I went there, 58-59 season, there was 126 students in all 4 grades. And so they're very close. They're smart. When I teach them something in the classroom or on the basketball floor, they retained it, and they were easily coached. Well, the biggest things we had was the ability of the students.
Coach McLean I don't think he ever cut anybody from the team. But he'd tell you if you needed more work on something, and most of the guys knew what they needed to do.
We didn't practice on campus, we practiced at the Armory. And the kids would run down there. The coach would always be at that front door, and he would welcome each of them into practice. And he taught them, and there were always life lessons taught, that it was more than basketball, because to be honest with you, who cares who won in 1960 or 61? But what those kids learned made who they were the rest of their lives. And I learned that from Coach McLean.
My first year, there was nine teams in this district in Hardin County, and they picked the paper before the season started, picked Elizabethtown Catholic to be 6th and be lucky to win half their games. We won 25 games my first year.
With the success, the more we played, it seemed like the closer we got.
We won 264 games in 10 years.
Our families supported the teams, we supported the teams, the entire student body supported the teams.
We won 80% of our games, and all of the wins were great, and the students started to believe, and that's what I mean by success, really success. You might take 5 individuals, maybe not that good individually, and mold them into a team that's a superior team. We were fortunate enough to do that for 10 years at Elizabethtown Catholic.
Our coach, Hard McLean, was the best I was ever around at scouting teams, and he could go to a game and he could almost tell you what they ate for supper or pre-game meal. He knew all their weaknesses and their strengths, and then he would organize a defense to take advantage of them.
I tell you what, he was one of the, I think in coaching, he's one of the finest high school coaches to ever coach a game of basketball in this state or any place in the country. And he had very good teams, good talent players, but he was very difficult to beat because he was ahead of his time in coaching. You don't want to give any one guy more credit than the other, but to me, he was the premier coach in the state of Kentucky, one of them.
I was a head coach, but I knew that I didn't know enough about basketball. And the legendary school was Elizabethtown Catholic. So I came over here and became an assistant coach, applied and got the job under Hardin, was there 1 year. And because of the status of Elizabethtown Catholic, I was able to be a head coach at Manual High School.
And we worked hard, did a lot of scouting, and we were the most successful team, according to the newspaper, to be that small, to win. We played the #1 team in the state 5 times and won 4 of them. We were ranked in the top 15 of Kentucky all 10 years I was there, all because of the support we had from the schools and the students, and the ability to be able to make outstanding teams out of probably what would be normal players.
I don't know what stood them apart, but I can tell you some of the strengths of our team. And they were strengths of the whole school, actually. We were taught values and morals, and it even bled over into the basketball games. We took great pride in our school, and we were very loyal to our school.
In our community, we were expected to win. You know, we went in with the attitude that we were going to win.
There were very high standards, academic standards as well as basketball standards, very high standards and very high expectations. And all of us really tried to live up to that. We wanted to be that for the school.
There's one game that put little Elizabethtown Catholic on the map statewide was the 1961 Louisville Invitational Tournament.
In the semifinals of the LIT in 1961, I got to play against St. X and for about half of the game, and they were the #1 ranked team in the state at that time, and we beat them.
St. X and Elizabethtown Catholic won, and we were stunned that a small school of 120 players could beat mighty St. X.
We were so proud of our team, so proud of our coach. And Coach McLean was always at his best in tournament play, and they were wonderful. They made things happen on the basketball floor.
I have very seldom I'll go anywhere in Elizabethtown, out to a restaurant, even to this day, that somebody will say, Coach, I played against you back in 1964.
Kentucky is the heart of basketball. I don't care what North Carolina or Indiana says. Kentucky's the heart of basketball, and Elizabethtown's about the heart of Kentucky.